Did you know that only 8%, according to the research done by Stratton University, actually achieved their New Year's goal? That's crazy. Hello, everyone. Today, we're talking about reassessing and redoing your goals or just checking in. I feel like this is extremely important conversation because, essentially, your goals are going to get you that end result. It's going to help you get there, help you achieve what you're trying to do, chase those desires, those dreams, those wants that you have. If you were here before when we were talking about goals way back in October, you understand that you needed to set that motivation, that energy, that 6 steps of desire from Think and Grow Rich, right? We need to put those in place. If we establish those and we follow through with them, it's really good. But we do need to reflect and pause and make sure that your goals are heading where they need to. And really, to be honest with you, if they still make sense for you and your business. So, evaluating your goals now is crucial to stay on track and make necessary adjustments to ensure success. I really like what's called the 12-week year. This is a system that breaks down annual goals into a 12-week cycle. It helps this by creating urgency and maintains focus. We're going to use this approach to evaluate and adjust our goals today. So let's talk about evaluating your goals. I'm still a big fan of SWOT, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Right? This is a really good opportunity for us to come in place and identify what's going on. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Your strengths uh, are your strengths. In theory, you probably still have them throughout the year. You probably still have the information that you have, the knowledge that you have, and the skills. You might have taken a class, you might have done other things, and so those strengths may have gotten better and do this. John Maxwell essentially tells us to improve our strengths and manage our weaknesses, and I tend to agree and believe that. If you followed any of my other videos out there, I'm showing you all day long how to manage some of those weaknesses out there to make that happen. But it is always important for you to do an honest review of where your strengths lie today. Same side, it's your weaknesses as well. You need to make sure that you can identify where you're going to manage it, maybe to improve it, where are you falling short, and the honest answer to be real with yourself. Now, as I said earlier, I do believe your strength and your weaknesses probably in 6 months aren't going to change a whole lot. But take an honest review. If they're the same, great. If they're different, acknowledge it and be in place for that for your business. But I think the next couple of things become extremely important for us in our business. So we need to know what those opportunities lie and where they come up and how they make sense in there for our business. So what opportunities are coming up? How can you capitalize them? This is a great time to review different opportunities. So one of the things that I recommend you do for the opportunities, and I'll be honest, even with the threads, I think it's here. I literally right before doing this video was having a conversation with a business partner of mine, and we were talking about what looks like for the next 6 months to 12 month cycle in the business and having those conversations. So I want you to talk to your business partners. Now, they may be actual business partners, but they just may be people you do deals with or you have passing opportunities with, networking groups, things like that. Hear those conversations. Myself personally, I go out of my way to talk to my fellow attorney colleagues, my fellow mortgage folks, my fellow realtors, my fellow brokers, my fellow association leaders. I'm talking to them all the time because I want to know what they're seeing in their markets, in their area. And if they're looking at things differently, there could be looking at that opportunities to pop up and see where you need to chase the next business opportunity for your growth and for your goal setting perspectives. This does not mean ignore your family and friends. Listening to that conversations are always good for you in place. I'm also going to tell you that listening and watching news and reading blogs, stuff like that. Inman's really good for us in that regards. NAR is really good. Your local and state associations are also really good for that information. It really helps you stay focused and in place. Um, so those are the opportunities. Those same things I just got done talking about are going to help you identify threats, right? What are those obstacles that you are facing? Now, some of these things may also be personal. They may be life has gotten in the way. You may have health or finance or just an unpredicted business change that has happened. You need to look at that and see what you have to do to make this work. I also encourage networking and having these people in place, because if you see other people that are having certain challenges that are doing similar strategies to you, it's a really good idea and a really solid way to get ahead of the game to make sure you are not falling into those same obstacles that your group finds and has encountered. Um, this will give you a really solid visual perspective. So, again, strengths and weaknesses you should already have identified, but be honest with yourself. Opportunities, network, network, network. Talk to your business partners, colleagues, friends, family. Look on websites, do that stuff. Same thing with the threats. You'll find that in place. Now, once you have identified that, and that's really good because you've now done your SWOT analysis, be okay. I want you to be okay. I don't want you to be easy, but I want you to be okay with adjusting your goals that meet it, right? So if you are having 10 transactions by December and now you're at 13, 14, you may need to increase your goal. If you are at 10 if you were at 10 transactions and you're only at 2, you may need to step it back a little. That's why I do like the 12-week year, because really, to be honest with you, we should be have just finished our second cycle. We should be starting our third to move forward on this, which is really helpful for that. But it also will help you when you're adjusting your goals to identify those tactics that you need to have in place to change. And you can experiment. Maybe it's changing to your marketing techniques. Maybe it's being more active on social media. Maybe it is getting new trainings that you don't know you have, right? Um, and maybe it's also just focusing on a different market segment that you did not realize was an opportunity out there to pay attention to. Again, if you're paying attention to what part of our job is, know where the market's at, where the strengths and weaknesses of our areas are at, you may see a new area to jump into. And being nimble is going to be key for us. And I really think being nimble for the next couple years is going to be one of our best skill sets. So that's actually probably going to give me an idea for a future topic, is how to stay nimble in this business, because I do believe that is going to be crucial for us in that area. And then when you're setting those goals, those same rules that always applied that we talked about last year still apply now. You got to be specific, measurable, achievable, I call attainable, relevant, and time bound. Now, please understand, specific and measurable, I think, are always key. You got to be able to measure this stuff. Achievable, that's where it gets me. And I always like this quote, so I'm going to say it again. Les Brown tells us all, most people fail not because they aim too high and miss, but rather they aim too low and hit. This does not mean that you try to make complicated, tough goals that you just can't ever achieve, but it does mean that you need to think outside the box a little bit and challenge yourself just a little bit to attain those goals and put yourself a little bit more focused and achievable on that stuff. I'm going to tell you personally right now, when I do this right now, I made a goal to have a video every week. And that was tough for me, extremely tough for me. And now that I have done that and I have made that goal plausible, and I have done it now, I have 26 videos out by now, long form videos. I got way more videos than that out in the shorter videos. But I have those out there. Now that I have that, now I have given myself future opportunities that exist out there because I have all this additional content. And this additional content now is going to let me put podcasts, blog points, like that there. So now I get to adjust my goals and put that in place and make it work stronger for me. So that achievable should stretch you a bit. John Maxwell tells us in the law of the rubber band that rubber band is only useful when it's stretched. And that's what we are as well. We're only going to be effective, efficient, and productive when we are stretched. So stretch yourselves and move that way forward. Okay, wow, this is already one. I knew this was going to be a shorter one, but I just wanted to get a quick hitter. This is a holiday week for everybody. So I wanted to make sure that's in here. Any of you guys listen to this later, I did this to go live during the 4th of July week. So I knew it was going to be a short one. But just as we covered, please understand that having a mid-year review, actually, I think quarterly review of your goals are great. We used a SWOT analysis to understand and assess the success for ourselves. SWOT is huge. Strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats are always good. And then it's always good and safe and okay to make adjustments for your goals that make sense for your business. And always make sure you are stretching your goals to stretch yourselves. So please stay nimble, stay motivated, stay flexible. Make the rest of 2024 work for you. We are here to help. We are here to make work for you, make life easier for you. Always feel free to reach out. If you had found this session at all helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share in the comments your assessment, your mid-year goals, how you are doing. If you did or did not make adjustments, or if you have any other strategies that you like to share for maintaining and reaching those goals, I would love to hear them. Put them in here. Can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. So until next time, let's keep each other accountable.